Hello and welcome to Cinemondo with Kathy and Mark.
Hi, everybody.
And we are bringing the Kannada today.
We are. And, it's great to see movies or see trailers for films that are older. This is a 2013 film, yet we're new to it. So, and the Kannada film industry, of course, KGF2 is the big one.
Yeah.
But 10 years ago, there was a new wave of films came in. This one of them being one of them that sort of restarted the industry and sort of set it off in a new direction, sort of making a newer kind of hip films. And this one is called Lucia, and it's from 2013, low budget, at least the U.S. standards, $63,000, so that's a low budget film.
Yeah,
but it was a critical hit and a box office hit. And it's sort of like one of those touchstone movies where like things sort of go off in a different direction for a film industry. So that's fascinating. And so to find it, because I love movies like that, I go, why, like the Blair Witch Project started a whole new, found footage, stuff like that, so that's what I feel this could be. It's a psychological thriller. Lucia is a drug that people take and they kind of go off into this dream world.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Unless they're really good.
Unless they're for fake for movie purposes, so we get to see what happens.
I love seeing drugs in movies because they always mean cool stuff is about to happen.
Right. So that's what we know about it. It was recommended to us by Ken, who is one of our members, and he kind of gave us about 4 favorite Canada films, and we're kind of going through those big movies.
These are especially important, I guess, because and I love this because it gives us some context of how important they were to the industry, like you mentioned.
Right. Yeah.
So I love seeing this because we're seeing kind of, in a way, this motivator to change a film industry, which is not easy to do.
No,
so
and it's interesting, especially when it's a low budget film, and for some reason it hit right, and so I'm going to love to see the trailer for this movie.
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right.
Okay. Here we go.
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳು 90 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನ ಅವರಂತೆ, ಕುರಿ ಮಂದ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೊಂದು ಪಾಪದ ಕುರಿ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ನಿಕ್ಕಿ ಅಂತ. ಇಕ್ಕಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಕ್ಕಿ. ನಮ್ಮೂರು ಮಂಡ್ಯ ತಾವಿರೋ ಕುರಿ ಕೆಂಪಗೌಡನ್ ದೊಡ್ಡಿ. ಈ ಸಂತೆಲ್ ಕಳೆದೋಗಿ 3 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು. ನನ್ನ ಅಂಡೂರಿಗೆ ಜಾಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟವರು ನಮ್ ಪಟಾಪಟಿ ದೋಸ್ತಗಳು. ನಮ್ ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣದೊಂದು ತಾಕಿಸದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಲೈಫ್ ಸಖತ್ತಾಗದೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಒಂದ್ ಬರುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಲ್ಲೇ ಮನೇಲಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ನಿದ್ದೆ ಒಂದ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಣ.
ದಿನ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಮಲ್ಗೋ ಹೊತ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ನಂತಾಗ.
ನೀ ಮಾಯೊಳಗೋ ಮಾಯೆ ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೋ, ನೀ ದೇಹದೊಳಗೋ ದೇಹ ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೋ, ನೀ ಕನಸಿನೊಳಗೋ ಕನಸು ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೋ, ನೀ ಅಮಲಿನೊಳಗೋ ಅಮಲು ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೋ, ಮನಸ್ಸು ದೇಹಗಳೆರಡೂ ಸೆಳೆವ ಸುಳಿಯಂತಿರುವ ಪ್ರೇಮದೊಳಗೋ.
ಇದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಬಂದ್ ಕಡೆಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮನಿಗಳದು.
ಮುಡುಗಿ ಬಂದೋಳೆ.
ಏನ್ ಕೆಲ್ಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಟಾಕಿಸಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನಂತವನು.
I still love you.
ನಿಮ್ಮಂತವ್ರ ಕನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ಬಾರ್ದು.
ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುವಂತ ಸತ್ಯ ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು, ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುವಂತ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಡಿಂಗ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕನಸಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿನ ನೀವು ನಿಜ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ?
Who is this girl?
Wow. That was beautifully shot. My God.
What I was looking at going, there's a low budget film, but they knew what they were doing to sort of give otherworldly feel for this guy who obviously has insomnia and he's living in, whatever, in a hovel or in a theater with, and he's just trying to figure things out. And then just the way they shot it, he gave this dreamlike, but it's not a lot of special effects. It's just camera stuff.
Just
Really.
cinematography. And I love that he works in a sort of movie theater where he's like the torch shiner. I love that. Like he's the guy behind the scenes, like in the little loft, like the projection,
Right.
trying to show down. I love that. First of all, you can tell that the people did love movies. I could just feel it watching this. So I love that they made him like lived in a movie theater, which always seemed kind of like a weird dream as a kid. It's, it'd be so cool to just live in a theater,
Yeah.
And then you have all that beautiful cinematography and, and you wonder how much is real or not real. You have that thing like, were people getting shot or is he remembering movies?
Right.
Like that. I love that sort of overlapping of the technique with the real life versus the fantasy life versus the films. It's really, really looks good.
Intricate. And, is this woman really love him or is she actress or is she
movie?
Yeah. That kind of, so, you get this feeling like, okay, you're going back and forth between these two realms, but done really well in the trailer. So it was like, okay, this has got something. It has a hook, and I can see, and also the fact that it was partly or maybe fully subsidized by the audience or
I love that
public sort of crowdsourcing makes it really intriguing.
Does I love that? Like it's a movie about movies that was financed by people who love movies. It's like
made by people who love movies, and it was just I like the way it was shot. They obviously had some really great settings, like just sort of guerrilla filmmaking, whether it's underground or like a subway station or wherever they were doing. There was like really cool, very colorful sort of backdrops to his sort of. I wouldn't call it. It didn't feel like a nightmare, but he's living through this kind of quasi sort of. I can't sleep,
dream
so I got to
world.
take this drug. Dream world. So
kind of like when you're kind of half in and half out of a dream, and you're sort of, you think you're awake, but you're sort of not awake. Also, there's just some haunting visuals in that. I love that him walking down the alleyway, and there's those lights hanging, and you're up there by the lights, and they're going down the beautiful shot. And there's even the guy standing in the ocean shooting, and just gorgeous stuff.
Very
and
well,
just hanging out in the
lit.
seats of the theater, just beautifully composed. I mean, I love that. That was
even
beautiful.
the last shot with the flashlight pointing towards you in the seat and the title. It's like a really cool way to end the trailer.
Yes, perfect. And I'm like, how many clues in there to like how much this is real or just his imagination and his obsession with film. And so we have some posters also very cool. This is just an A-list project so far as I'm concerned. So we have this very cool montage.
Oh wow.
Which you have the classic, the guy with stuff coming out of his head, right? But they did it in a really cool kind of montagey graphic way. A lot of times you'll see it as like the guy's head is open. It's got a a hinge on it, and there's butterflies and whatever. Well, we have some birds, but we also have this very, very conform, like straight up and down, vertical and horizontal. There's nothing too like off about it except for colors and the quality of the images, which are all really high iconographic. And then they're obscuring his face with the sunglasses. And then I love the idea, the guy with his, right there across where the mouth is, sort of creates sort of anatomy there. It's just beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, neat looking.
And we have another, a little more commercial one, but still just some nice technique. It's like he's black and white, so it makes you wonder. He's black and white, but his world's in color, so you wonder, like, is he? That's part of his, perspective.
But the background, the little cityscape is also black and white.
It's like a little drawing, kind of. Yeah, it's very interesting. But so you have both the color is kind of couched between. There's this little swath of color, so it's sort of like he just needs to be in that world. I don't know. Beautiful stuff. Great stuff.
Pawan Kumar, the writer director. It's like we love all kinds of movies, but if you can make a really beautifully creative film on a low budget. And you have the time and effort, and you have people that back you, and then it turns out like this, and it helps shape the future of a type of film industry like the Canada film language. That's like wow, that's like a grand slam home run, kind of like you just did it. So congratulations, because it's a movie, it's a trailer that makes me want to see it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful trailer. Well done trailer too. They pulled out some scenes that gave you a really good sense of his character, and that's hard to do because you only get 2 minutes. The movie's got an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes. It's like, so they did a great job of condensing that down and giving you just enough information that you're like, oh, I'm intrigued. What does this mean? So,
and it
good
gets
job.
great reviews like IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes. It's
Okay.
like I see it's like 90 to 100%. So kind of impressive.
Okay.
So
Kannada's bringing it. All right,
yeah,
then.
so that's
Look
really
for a
cool.
review in the near future.
Yeah, that was fun, and thank you
All right.
again for the recommendation. I love getting
Yep.
these things. I love
Ah.
it. So thanks for bringing them. Keep on them, keep them coming, and
Keep
we'll
on
do
keeping
more.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.